I made it! It's my 2-year LOCAVERSARY. Hi. So hello, I'm Monica. Thank you so much for coming to celebrate my 2-year LOCAVERSARY on thin, fine hair with Sisterlocks. So the first thing I want to do to celebrate my LOCAVERSARY is confess. But before we get to my confession, I want to say I'll be playing this time lapse of my lock journey from day one all the way up to 2022. I actually used a special app that was free to time lapse my hair journey. And so make sure you watch until the end, and I will give you all the details on that app so that you can use it to document your lock journey. Okay, so my confession. Honestly, I never saw myself as a person with locks, and I'm really ashamed that I had a negative stereotype about them in my head.
What?
So you tell me, put in the comments below, did you always have a positive view of locks? I actually ended up on the path to locks because although I loved my loose natural hair and I never will go back to perms, my loose natural hair was just a lot more work than I was willing to put in. And a lot of times I would put in the work and not really get the results that I wanted. My younger sister, who does not even have locks, she's the one that initially suggested locks to me. And I was like, oh no, And then she mentioned Sisterlocks. I had never heard of that before. She had planted the seed, so I started doing research, and my, I was in love. So still in the back of my mind though, I was just kind of unsure if my hair could do that. Just those hair insecurities that we have. But by 6 months, I binged Less Journey. Thank you, Devaney. And I had made up my mind. I went to the Sisterlocks website to find a loctician, and I live in Northeast Indiana. And at that time, the only locticians were about like an hour and a half away. And recently, I think there are some trainees that are closer. But at that time, 2 years ago, there were only two that were about an hour and a half to 2 hours away. And they were like in different directions. One was in Detroit and the other was in Toledo. So put in the comment box below, like, how long is your commute to get to your loctician? So for me, I commute about an hour and a half to get to my loctician. What about you? Watching some of the videos, I've heard some crazy commute times. So please put down in the comments, how far is your commute to get your locks retightened? So like I said, I found 2 locticians that were about an hour and a half to 2 hours from me. And, finding a loctician is like getting a second marriage mate. You're going to spend, a lot of time together, and there needs to be some mutual trust and respect. So I really wanted to make a good decision about this. And so I was looking over their websites and reviews, and I noticed that at one salon in particular, they had some literature on their waiting room table, and it was one of the same magazines that I had just been reading and the type of content that I like to read. So I instantly was like, this is it. This is the one. I'm going to them. This is my loctician, So, and when we met for the consultation, that was in the fall of 2019, it was gravy. They were quite booked though. So I had to wait until January of 2020. So I would say, if anything, that was really the only, it really wasn't even negative. I just needed to be patient. But I had to wait several months after my test locks to actually get my locks installed. And, you know, I didn't want to be hasty about that decision, you know, so I chose to be patient. And now here we are 2 years later.
What? What? What?
Never thought my hair could do this. I mean, when you compare like the fullness that my hair has now to my install pictures and looking at my hair pre-locks, it's just amazing to me. And it's miraculous. So I want to share my journey with you. Thank you so much for watching. So about that app to document your lock journey for free. So go to your app store and just type in the number one, and then the letter S and the letter E. It has like a dark blue color theme. And basically with this app, you can record 1 second each day, and it will actually compile a custom video time lapse for you. It like does all the work for you. So when I originally downloaded the app, my goal was to stand in the same position and place every time, but nah, that didn't happen. But it's a great tool, and this is not a paid promotion. It's just something that I found when I started my locks, and I wanted to share it with you. All right, thank you so much for watching, and if you have time, visit my website, brownilocks.com. You can pick up some snazzy lock positive tees, and then also I have a lock journey journal. All of the links are in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.